Ikigai, the Japanese secret to living a long and happy life. That's the book we're going to be reviewing today. Let's get started. Hey folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Unless you've been living under the rock, or unless you've never searched YouTube, or unless you've never been to a bookstore, there is very little to no chance that you don't know Ikigai, right? In fact, this Venn diagram that you see between four circles is so accustomed, or we are so used to seeing this that irrespective of whether you've read this book or not, I'm sure you have seen this diagram at least 5 times in the last 1 year. Just made that number up, but I'm sure you have seen it a lot of times, right? So today we're going to be speaking about what is Ikigai, what is the purpose of your life, what is it that you love, and things like that. And this amazing book was written by Hector Garcia and Francesc Miralles, right? Hang around for a bit because I did some searching around Ikigai and I have like some shocking truths to reveal, and I promise that this is not one of those clickbaity headlines. So why is this all the hype around Ikigai? It's because there is this village in Japan called the Okinawa, where the average age of people is around 100, right? In fact, there are people who are above 100, like 105, 110, 115, and all those men and women. And the best bit is not this, right? So all these people are very active, all these people are very happy, and they have a lot of community gathering that's going around them, right? So it is a great thing, and it has intrigued a scientist for a very long time as to how are these people able to be live their life so joyfully, so happily, and things like that. And they did a series of study, and the result is Ikigai, right? So these 4 Venn diagrams that you have seen comprises of 4 different elements, which is, are you doing something that you love? Are you good at it? Are you getting paid for it? And is this what the world needs, right? The center of all this, as the author claims, is Ikigai, right? So which is the purpose of your life, right? What you love and what you're good at forms your passion. A lot of people speak about working on your passion and you never have to work for a day. Why I find the argument to be a bit of bullshit, sorry about the word, is you have to get paid for your passion, because that's what serves food on the table, right? So what you're good at and what you're getting paid for forms your profession, right? It's great if your profession and passion are the same thing, but for a lot of us it's never the case, right? So what you're getting paid for and what the world needs forms your vocation, right? So no one wakes up thinking, hey, is the job that I'm doing is what the world needs, right? And the 4th thing, what the world needs and what you love forms your mission, right? For example, people have a mission to educate or elevate poverty, or educate a lot of people, or ensure that the world is a healthier place. That forms your mission. So people who have constantly been very happy, have had a purpose, have had all these 4 ticked off, which forms the center or the unison of all these 4 things, which is Ikigai. But here is what I found out, folks. So in fact, there is no concept of Ikigai at all. In fact, a lot of Japanese folks don't follow Ikigai. So in fact, linked a video and a blog post that speaks about this, which is, this popular Venn diagram that we see was popularized by this guy called Mark Wynn, based on the learnings of villages from Okinawa. Right. In fact, one more author from Japan, claims that there is a lot of Japanese people don't even follow or are not even aware of these 4 concentric circles. So is this Ikigai a scam then? Probably not. So the difference between Ikigai and purpose, right? So what is Ikigai? So Ikigai at some level is things that you love. In my case, I love playing badminton, right? Am I good at it? Is it something that I love? Yes. Am I good at it? No. I'm at best an intermediate player, right? Am I getting paid for it? You know the answer already. No, I don't get paid for it. 4th and the final thing, does the world is it something that the world needs? No, no one wakes up thinking, oh my God, has Praveen played badminton today? But I love doing or playing badminton, right? Because every time I come back from playing badminton, I feel very energized. My ability to focus increases, and at some level, it gives me the chance to connect with my community. I play with the same set of people. We have a bit of banter at the end of each game and things like that. It gives me a chance to connect with my community. Is that my Ikigai? Yes. Is that the purpose of my life, which is what Ikigai is supposed to mean? No. So this is something that I love. It is something that energizes me, something that gives me the opportunity to connect with my community, but that's not the purpose of my life. So we need to kind of now differentiate between what is Ikigai and what is purpose, right? Iki means life and gai means worth living for, right? So ikigai in essence means a life worth living for, and it is different from the purpose that you have, right? So what you love is slightly more internal. The joy that you get by performing something, the joy that you get when you sing, the joy that you get when you meet an old friend, the joy that you get, let's say, when you play a good game of your favorite sport, the joy that you get by seeing your favorite team win, right? So these are very, very personal things, whereas purpose is something far more external and is reflective of the outside world, right? So a lot of people tend to confuse what we love versus what is our purpose of life, right? So you need to find that middle balance, and as with everything, there is no one size fits all to say, hey, you need to be doing this to find your purpose and you need to be doing this to find your ikigai. So it is a journey that you need to take, and it's a lifelong journey that you need to take to do things that you love, and at some level find out a way to see how it can help the world in a larger way. How can you get paid for this, and how can you get good at this, right? So it's about finding that balance, and while doing things that you love. What you love doing and what the world needs and what your purpose could be two different things, and it's perfectly okay. And this was the shocking truth that I revealed at the start, right? So a lot of people keep confusing about, oh my god, okay, I love producing YouTube videos, but I'm not making money from it. Hey Praveen, I love playing tennis, but I'm not able to be pro at it, right? So at some level you have to find that internal joy and not optimize for, confuse that with your purpose. My favorite part of the book was page number 122, or the chapter around that page, where they spoke to a couple of 100-year-olds or people who are above 100-year-old to share, what is the secret to their long life. And I'm gonna share like 3 or 4 tidbits that I really loved from this book. Don't worry, right? There is this famous philosopher, I forgot her name, where she said, we suffer far more in our minds than in reality, right? Because more often than not, what happens is we think of like a very drastic scenario, we play that thing in our head again and again and again, and we start to get worried, stressed, and anxiety kicks in and stuff like that. But in reality, when that actually happens, the intensity of it is far more lesser. So, one of this elder person in that village says, hey, don't worry, take life as it comes, go with the flow and things like that. Second favorite lesson that a lot of folks, or one of the elderly person said, is cultivate good habits, right? Because once you become a student of habits, the effect that it has on your body, your mind, and your environment, and your community is long term. So focus on cultivating good habits that give you personal joy and helps you grow. Third one, nurture good relationships. As I said, all of these people, get along well, they form community lunches, they go to the farm together to pick stuff and things like that. So nurture a lot of these relationships, nurture, be always very welcoming to your community, because as humans, we are all social animals and we thrive on social relationships. Live a very unhurried life, right? And this was a major one for me, because whenever I'm on a vacation, whenever I'm trying to do something, I try to squeeze in a lot of things into my day-to-day life, and I feel like I'm always in a hurry. And once reading this book, I've started to calm down a bit more. I don't try to cram my days. I try to, say no to a few more things, not just social engagements, just personal things as well. I've kind of become okay with, imperfections in my life to ensure that I'm living an unhurried life. And the final lesson that I took away was being optimistic, right? So in fact, one of the elders in this village spoke about how every time they wake up, they say, today will be full of joy, health, and happiness, and I'm going to live it to the fullest, right? So it's a very optimistic way of looking at life and your day-to-day, rather than constantly being worried about, okay, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that. Is this mail in? Is this mail out? I understand that applying these things on an everyday basis with all the things around us is going to be a bit challenging, but try it. And I have applied a lot of these lessons. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the revelations in this video, which is purpose is different from your ikigai. So until I see you in the next video, this is Praveen Ramesh signing off.